Alright guys, so another day. This morning I went on a search for a battery. I got the original one, Yuasa, with 190A. It's a good coil crank. I specifically went and looked for this exact one because on the bike I have handlebar heaters. Now I have the mobile phone charger and the USB port. I have a few auxiliaries attached to it basically, and that is the reason why I took the one with 190A, because there were some cheaper ones which were 135 and 120, but I didn't want to risk it, especially because it's in such a hard place to reach. I'm not gonna risk it and just go for the best one I could have gotten. Alright, so the battery is brand new, but the thing is they usually are not fully charged, or actually at their highest capacity. So I'm gonna go ahead and put it on the charger, see what happens, to try and format it to bring it up to 100%. So yeah, I'm gonna do that now. There. Okay, so plus on plus and minus on minus. There. Nice and tight. Testing. And now it's bulking. So I'll leave it here to charge and get it up to 100%. After that's done, I'm gonna go ahead and mount it. In the meantime, I will change the tires on the bike. In order to take off the rear wheel, I need to take off the chain and undo this nut here. I'll film this on the phone. Okay, so we'll go ahead and remove this nut, but first we need to remove the chain. After the chain is removed, we can slide the wheel off. But don't be confused about this here. We have the same one on the other side. Here is just a distancer of how close should the whole wheel be to the frame. So basically, after I put the new tires on the wheels, I'll see how much space I have left. Maybe I'll have to slide it backwards slightly, but we'll see. Okay. Supposed to be here. So what we had to do is squeeze, actually force this one off of this one by using a hammer and a screwdriver. Boom. And then also we forced it down. So now when we move the chain to a place where we can actually wiggle it, we are supposed to just take it off like that. Okay. And after the axle is out, we can go ahead and slide the wheel off. Okay, so the wheel is off. The brakes are off.
Please don't pinch.
On the other side of the rear fork, there is also a slot like this and a slot like this on the brake. So the point is to fit them in between, and then the disc claws can slide on the fork back and forth following the wheel. And then of course the sensor, same story. Okay, we put the distancer here. Nice. We prepare the knot. Now I can go ahead and we're gonna use the grease that we got in the package. O-rings on one side goes through the chain, just like that, and then an O-ring on the other side, which we already have on this side because it was already on the chain. We connect it with the chain on the other side, boom, just like that. Put an O-ring on this side too. Then we put the connector piece here, just like that. I took a poly grip in order to squeeze it more so that the lock can squeeze on. So I squeezed it real much. Start like this. Take the poly grip and here in the back give it that little squeeze so it slots in. Okay, so it still is a little bit longer, so I'm gonna decided to move the tire back a bit. Made it longer so the chain feels nice. It's a new chain, so it's okay to feel a bit tighter and then it's gonna loosen up. Then we might have to adjust it, but for now I did the exact same distance from here. On the other side, tighten these two, and now I'm gonna go ahead and tighten the main axle on the rear, and that's it. Even though the nut has a stopper built in, still really good to tighten it. As you can see here, the new chain and the new stopper locked. Alright, so now back to the battery. It's been sitting here for a while. Now it's in storage mode, but before when I checked it was on float, which is fully charged. So yeah, that's it. I'm just gonna go ahead and plug out the charger, take off the clamps, and we're good to go. Okay, so the battery is going back to where it belongs, and that's exactly like this. Plus connections on the plus side, minus on the minus or ground, and that's it. I'm gonna go ahead and connect it now. I have to show that. I'll show you when it's done. Alright, so the battery is in place, all the connections are in place. The phone mount with the battery, with the charger, is gonna be there somehow. I'm gonna try to keep it inside there, because here is a cover as well, so the fuse doesn't get wet ever. Alright, so the cover is back on. This rubber piece is really annoying to mount, but I managed to do it somehow without actually taking the whole fuel tank off, so I'm really happy about that. I'm gonna go ahead, mount the cover here, and then the side panels and stuff. Also, not to forget the two hoses that go here, that are here actually, and the tank is gonna be there when I move it forward, so it's gonna just fit in. Right, so one more test before I go ahead and give it a bit of paint. Okay, so yeah, we are past it and ready to mount. Alright, I'll just give it a bit of paint here so it doesn't rust. So I left it here on this heater lamp to dry the paint. Okay, so this bracket is mounted. Now I'm moving on to the ones down here. So bracket number 2 is installed through the frame. I'm going further to bracket number 3 now. So all the brackets are now installed. I actually had to hold up the bar a few times until I got all the holes centered, and I still believe that there's gonna be a little to center it, little movement up or down. I hope that with a hammer I'm gonna be able to just that tiny little movement here and here, and then that should be it. Let's see the final result. All right, so the bars are mounted,